Have you ever felt jealous, felt insecure, or wanted something that someone else had? Well, jealousy is a complex emotion that encompasses feelings of suspicion, rage, fear, and humiliation. Now, if we're meeting for the very first time, my name is Daniel Tolson, and I'm joined with my very good friend, Dr. Joe Isaac. Hey.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for tuning in. What a beautiful topic, Dan. Thank you for the nice intro. I have been getting a lot of questions about jealousy, different types of jealousy. I don't know, people are becoming very creative these days, Daniel. They're even saying, professional jealousy, relationship jealousy, money jealousy. There's different categories. I haven't heard it before, but through the comments and the questions I got in the emails, I'm starting to learn. However, we both know jealousy, and we're going to keep this live very straight to the point and short. So in the next 14 and a half minutes, we're going to dial in real quick on how to diagnose it, how to handle it, and how to use it to your advantage. Sometimes, if you are watching this video right now, let us know in the comments. Make sure that you interact with us in the comments, because we can give you instant feedback that you're not going to get without having to pay at least $4,000 or more per person. Now, if you have to have me and Dan, you're probably setting yourself up for 10,000 grand. However, you can get an answer now in the here and the now, right now, for free. So let us know what's going through your mind in the comments. Plus, if you're watching us on the replay, we'll do our best to reply to the comments. Hopefully, there's not even 3K of them that I have to reply to like some of my other videos. However, we'll reply. So now, in terms of jealousy, then what's your most recent story that you have heard about jealousy? I know that you got a story. Hit me up.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you my story, but I'm going to tell you three really common ones that I've seen with men. So, men, be careful. Be careful what you wish for. First of all, there's penis envy. That's a professional one. That's penis envy, car envy, and also body jealousy. So I've seen this a lot with men. And then the ladies, partner envy, character envy, and also comparing your rings and your jewelry. But an example for me. When I started my business, there was another business coach in my space, and he had more clients than me. He was making more money than me, and he had bigger events than me. And I kept asking myself, why can't I have that? Why can't I have that? And I wanted what he wanted, but I didn't want to do the work. I didn't want to put in the time, and I didn't want to put the money in that he was doing. And interesting was I ended up resenting him. I ended up hating him. I hated seeing his Facebook. I hated seeing his YouTube. And I'd always bitch and moan and complain about what he had and I couldn't get. And so I couldn't grow my business to where he had his, but I started to resent him and myself. And secretly, and I don't want to say this publicly, I even wished that he had failed, but it was all that jealousy inside of me. And so that was one story for me many years ago. It took me a long time to get over.
Well, if you're sharing it now with us, then you have recovered. You have been a better person that you have.
Thank you.
Today, better than the person you were back then. So from a psychological perspective, then this is a very healthy sign that you are able to verbalize this experience and know that it wasn't a good experience, yet you've taken to your advantage, which is really our topic today, jealousy. I know a lot of people that watch us all the time. They always see me. I'm giving them step by 1, 2, 3, 4, do this. I can't tell you that you can get rid of jealousy. So today, I'm not going to be able to give you solutions where, how to stop jealousy when people are becoming jealous of you. I'm not going to be able to control that. However, what I'm going to give you today is how you can take that as power and direct that power to your advantage. So take it, use it, and consume it to a better you. Now, I want to add more to what you said then about the types of envy. Now, envy and jealousy are not exactly the same. However, if we keep them on the same wavelength and the same umbrella, be very careful that you may not even know how many types of jealousy are out there. Now, let me give you one example, and this is a real example from a real life story, but I'm not going to tell you the story. I'm going to jump to the example right away. This person was told that, I've had a good night's sleep, 8 hours. The other person is like, oh my God, you are so lucky. And I could see through that story that this person was extremely jealous. And extremely jealous of what? Not money, not penis size, no nothing. Just because you managed to get 8 hours sleep and this person has got sleep apnea. My point of the illustration of the story is sometimes you might think, what are the people going to be jealous of me? I'm nothing. I got nothing. Whatever you think that you got nothing is somebody else's value. It could be the smile on your face. It could be that you have a wife that loves you. It could be that you put your head on the pillow and you fall asleep right away. You will have no idea. So it's inevitable. There is no way you can stop jealousy whatsoever. Full stop. There is no way. But what you can do to take that into your advantage, number one, we're talking about two things: either people jealous of you or you are jealous of someone. So depending on where you are, you're going to wear different hats. And this is the part where we're going to play with different hats to direct the power to the direction that we want things to go. So for instance, let's say this is not true, but just as an illustration, okay? I hope nobody jumps in the middle of the video and just hears that part. So let's say, for instance, that you are jealous of someone. Okay. Direct that jealousy towards all the things that they had to do to get where they are. So back to Dan's story. Now, this person he's talking about business-wise, he had to maybe have sleepless nights. Maybe had to spend a lot of money for courses. Maybe had to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Look and direct what we call the focus, the area of focus, which is about here. Just like the camera right now, you can see me sharp. You see my face sharp, but you see my hands and the chest kind of blurry, because right now my eyes and this part here is the area of focus. So what you want to do metaphorically is to look at all the downfalls and all the struggles that this person has to do to arrive where they are at, whether it is money or love or whatever it is. Now, even for love, a lot of people have been asking me these questions lately on a lot of interviews about the love. I have been rejected, I don't know how many times. A lot. So it's easier to say that I have been rejected for years, because after that, after the effort I have put, now I don't get rejected. Full stop. So put the energy towards what did this person have to do to become the person they are in the level that they are, and this will help your jealousy to tune down, because you'll see, this is a lot of stuff. That's from my side. I will give you one on the flip side, but I could see Dan here wants to strike something. I can read it in his eye. I'll say something after then. I'm going to keep this sharp, 15 minutes sharp. So Dan, you've got the mic.
Well, I like what you're saying. And the first thing that I wanted to share today in terms of strategy was the first thing you can do is you can stop comparing yourself. And this is what you're saying here in other ways, but we spend a lot of time comparing what we don't have. So we focus on what we don't have and we fail to focus on what we do have. And one of my big lessons, Joe, when I was starting my business, I looked at this other coach and he had all these things that I didn't have. But once I started to get to know his situation, I started to feel differently about myself. I looked at his customers and I started to realize they weren't the customer types that I wanted to work with.
Absolutely.
And once I had found that within myself, I stopped comparing my customers to his. I started to have a look at all the people that were coming into his events, but I didn't see how many stayed in the back end. So once I learned more about his business, I realized that there was a lot of people going in, but as many who was going in were going out. It was like a leaky bucket. And then I looked at my clients and went, my clients come in and then they stay and they're still with me a decade later. And so I actually started to see the bigger picture. And I like what you said about here. It's like the foveal vision. We can see what's in front of us, but sometimes we don't look at the peripheral. And so I had to look at myself and I had to look at it objectively. And the other thing was I was looking at what he was doing as a person. And I looked at it and I said, do I want to sell my soul to the devil to have his business? And the answer was no. And so I only compared what I could see, which made me jealous. But as I started to expand that vision and I started to get the bigger picture, I went, no, I actually don't want what he's got. I want more of what I've got. And as I started to focus back on myself, the jealousy disappeared. The comparisons disappeared. And I felt a lot of joy for what I'd created, but also very satisfied because of who I had on my team. And that made me feel a lot better. So,
And
to
that's
wrap it up,
awesome.
stop comparing. Stop comparing what you don't have and start to
Yeah.
focus on what you do have.
Although easily said, then we have to forgive the people because this process is a subconscious process, unfortunately. So as much as we can tell ourselves and tell them don't compare, we still, don't think about chocolate. What are you thinking about now? Chocolate. So hey, we know that it's hard, guys, whoever is watching us right now and later on the replay, we know it's hard. We know that we're asking for something challenging, but with training it will come, and we know that it is subconscious. So the more you become aware, self-aware of what you're doing, the more you can direct your energy. Now, I've shared with you one in terms of look at the hardship that this person has to go through to be where they are, whether they are making money or love, etc. Another tip that you can be, you can look at yourself and try to direct your jealousy towards yourself. For example, okay, today I slept 8 hours. I produced X amount of work. I am happy this much. I'm just giving you a metaphorical example. Okay. So think about yourself tomorrow, break that record. So you can see that the other person behind the person yesterday is always jealous of the next person tomorrow, which is actually you. You're both in the same end. Another thing that can really help you trick your mind is not to don't think and don't look. No, direct your power, because we know it's subconscious and it is harder said than done. I'm saying direct your power towards the jealousy towards yourself. Now, I don't know if you're seeing this or not, but hey, Facebook is a very good example, and me and Dan always talk about things like this on Facebook in our previous comments. Look at your videos that you are putting. Someone puts a picture. People are putting all these pictures on Facebook. Nobody gives a damn about whatever it is that you're doing, and you're getting 20 likes when you have 600 friends. Explain that to me. It is jealousy. They're not aware. They're not clear to voice their opinion and say, hey, come on. We both know, and especially on Facebook, and I know that this might upset some people, but you know what? If you get upset, I don't care. I'm going to say the truth, how it is. And if you get upset, you get upset. But then one day you might come and tell me, well, you know what, Joe, you're right. Actually opened my eyes towards the light. And this is the light. The people don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about your personal life. We love to share our personal life, which is normal human thing, but they don't care about it. That's why they see it. They don't. How hard is it to like someone's post? And I'm not saying love. You see, then I'm quite friendly here. I'm not even saying love, even though I personally love. I actually do the love, not the like thing. The like is not even a second. It's a fraction of a second. Why people don't do it? Oh yeah, no, I've been busy. I haven't been on the platform. Possible, but you haven't been on the platform for the last 2 or 3 years. This person has been posting. Come on, it's not really practical. So at the end of the day, I'm not spreading hatred. All I'm saying is I'm kind of walking the same journey with Dan, trying to wake you up, to raise your awareness to what's happening. Now, I have said this, and then I'm going to say this again real quick and straight to the point. If you really want your life to straighten up, and your first step is to look where you're at, where you want to go, to get a mentor, second step. And the third step, which is really evolutionary, this is the step that a lot of people, all these people that come on ads and promote themselves, Tony Robbins, I know people like me, teachers, we're teachers. We just shit at promoting ourselves. I know this is a proper, popular statement about teachers. But all these people, they linger around that step. That exact step, you pay $7,000 for a day or two with Tony Robbins just to get that step. Now, let me tell you what that step is right now for free. And if you need help, me and Dan will help you less than $10,000 and $15,000 that you'll have to do them with anywhere else. Now, here's the step. The step is that you treat people fairly and equally. What does that mean? If they put you as priority in their life all the time, put them as priority in your life all the time. If they give you priority once or twice, give them priority once or twice, and calculate it as much as you can. Now, by all means, you can be the nice guy, but you know that sentence, nice guys always get to finish last. I'm telling you, the nice guys never get to finish at all. They get brushed off. This is the truth that everybody knows, but nobody's comfortable enough to say it in front of a camera with a potential possibility of thousands seeing what I'm saying. This is from my side. Jealousy is real, and whoever tells you it doesn't exist, it does exist. And in fact, if you want to read more about this, I can put some links for research. And this is quite interesting. I don't know, Dan, if you know this, there has been a couple of books that showed very significant, interesting results in jealousy levels and power in terms of magnitude between Australia and the UK as joined versus US. Jealousy in the US was actually much less. People will push you. People are positive. Here in Australia, if you tell them, yeah, I have a great idea, it's like, you sure nobody ever thought about this before? You sure this is going to work in the US? Awesome, you have a great idea. Let's go with it. Let's make something. And this is based on that behavior. And by the way, this is not my words. The research is from an Australian doctor from University of Southern something in South Australia. So,
Wonderful. Love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if jealousy is a problem, take these ideas and implement them today. And it does take some time to overcome them, but if you start working on it today, then you guarantee that if you keep working towards overcoming it, eventually you will overcome it. And in summary, you can absolutely stop comparing yourself to others. Focus on what you have, not what you don't have. And if you really want something that somebody else has got, ask yourself the question, am I prepared to put in the work? And if you're not, then just let it go and all the jealousy disappears at the same time. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for seeing us today. We look forward to joining you and seeing you again next week. And again, if you've got any questions, if you want to learn more about jealousy, make sure you post up a comment in the comments box below, and Dr. Joe and I will get back to you personally. Wherever you are, thank you for joining us and have a wonderful day. Dr. Joe.
Love you guys. Take
Monday.
care and have a lovely, lovely week. And I love you all, whether you're jealous or not. I still love you.